Cheers, legends. Sammy from Short and Stout Beer Reviews. We've got an absolute banger of an Impy Stout this morning. I've just knocked off night shift, so yeah, this is when I sort of can hang out with the Americans in particular and have a couple of beers after work. But yeah, this one's been sitting in the fridge for a while, and I thought it's a good time to review it. So it's a pistachio creme brulee stout, like an imperial pastry stout. 10.5%, and it's by Mountain Culture and Bottle Logic. So yeah, very interesting collab. That's like one of my favorite Aussie breweries with one of my favorite US breweries. It has Tahitian vanilla, roasted pistachio, and creme brulee. And yeah, from what I think it had a really big malt base as well. So yeah, I've already poured it into the glass. My elegant stout glass by Mountain Culture. I think it's known as a foil glass. So yeah, it's got the different little bottom on it. Cool gold logo. Pretty awesome. Cheers to Tater and Craig in the chat. Good to see you, boys. So yeah, this is a pretty big beer for this time of the day, but you get that. So yeah, it's like, I'd say jet black in colour in the body. It's got a tan head. When I poured it, it was really big, like would have been sort of halfway up the empty part of the glass. So yeah, I'd say like 3-4 finger head. The carbonation was very lively. I'd say body probably medium. Yeah, it's about all I can say about appearance. Let's go in for a whiff. Smells very rich, quite roasty. So I'm getting dark chocolate, caramel, and like toffee, sort of like burnt sugar toffee sort of thing. It's even got a touch of like a molasses vibe. I'm not really getting pistachio on the nose. There's maybe a touch of vanilla there. It smells quite roasty and rich though. Definitely more roasty and rich than sweet, which yeah will probably appeal to me more because I'm starting to get really over a lot of the sweet stouts. Anyway, let's go in. And I hope everyone's had a good weekend. I'm glad to be back on nights. I always enjoy doing night shift. Like, yeah, better money, less of the dickheads around. I don't know, it's just cruisier. Get the tunes pumping at work, and then I come home and hang out with people online, and I just enjoy it. It's like just better for my lifestyle. Cheers, Luke. Good to see you, brother. Yeah. I had some pistachio ice cream recently. That was pretty nice. I'm going in. Whew. Very rich and roasty. It's got a huge malt base. Like, that is insane. And it doesn't really taste boozy either. Just really, like I'm getting coffee as well. It's definitely leaning towards like Russian Imperial. It's quite like full bodied. I'd say I'd definitely say more sort of leaning towards thick, like medium to thick. Yeah, quite oily. I feel like it's going to be one of those creepers that the flavors are going to come out more as it warms. You're getting a touch of pistachio. Vanilla, not so much on the palate. But yeah, sometimes with vanilla, I reckon with flavour, it takes a while to come out. Like you got to sort of wait for the beer to warm more. But yeah, I just can't get over how roasty and rich it is. Like it's huge, huge dark chocolate and like brown sugar. Like yeah, sort of molassesy, even like it's nearly even licoricey vibes. And yeah, you're getting coffee as well. It's just got that real burnt, roasty sort of. It's almost like woodsy. It's very nice. And cheers, Daniel. Good to see you, mate. It's like Slurpy, some of these comments. Stuff that I'd expect from him. Hello, dog. Get down, brother. Yeah. So with creme brulee, you're getting sort of that combination of like the burnt and the sweetness. But yeah, I'm not getting much sweetness with this beer just because of how rich and roasty it is. And yeah, it's like the same with the vanilla. Pistachio is generally like a pretty strong flavour, but I feel like with this, because the malt base is so big, it's like the adjuncts are like fairly subtle, but I actually think that's a good thing. That's how I like my stouts these days. And this is actually the second collaboration between Mountain Culture and Bottle Logic. They did a stout last year. I think it had the same name. So yeah, this is like Imperial Logic Volume 2. And I think the other one was just called Imperial Logic, but I can't really remember what it. I just remember it being a big impy stout. It might have been like a vanilla impy stout or something. I can't really remember. But yeah, you probably the fact that the pistachios are roasted, that's probably adding to that roasty, rich flavour. And then yeah, like creme brulee, you're getting like burnt sugar, like that toffee. Hmm. I'm not really getting dark fruit. Like quite often in beers like this, you'll get a bit of dark fruit. Yeah, not really. I'm just getting this sort of earthy, woodsy sort of vibe. But yeah, stunning beer. Very, very nice. And yeah, what did I say? 10.5%. Those two logos look very good together. Big can too, 500 ml for a beer like this. I love all this stuff telling you about like the brewing process and what temperature to serve and store it at and all that crap. It's pretty cool. Got some cool pictures on the side. It definitely looks like a Bottle Logic. Like their bottles look like that, same sort of design. But yeah, score-wise for this, it's got to be high. It's very, very good. So I love the big sort of oily mouthfeel. I love the fact that the malt base is so massive and like it actually balances out the adjuncts and it's not just all about this like sweetness that you get with a lot of pastry stouts. I'm probably going to say, I reckon about a 4.7 out of 5. It's really good. And like, to be honest, yeah, Bottle Logic and Stouts, to me, they're elite level. So I'm not surprised it's as good as what it is. Cheers, Bumpy. Good to see you. Josh, Josh loves the old last minute action. I'll pour a little more into the glass, shall I? And yeah, I've got my Maple Leafs hat on. Got to show some support to the Canadian team. The in the next, what is it, an hour and a half from now, Game 7 of Stanley Cup, Edmonton versus Florida. I've always wanted to see a Canada team win it again, so yeah, it should be good. I think there's a few of us going to watch it together. I don't know what it is with ice hockey, but ever since I was a kid, I've just always got into it. So, oh yeah, I've been there, done that. In my shed, there's just to the side of the shed, there's these birds that keep setting up their nest, and the little babies will get out and just wander around the ground, and then my dogs will come in and just start going nuts and trying to get the babies. And yeah, over the years, I reckon Angus has probably got rid of about at least 10, I reckon. Savage bastard. Speaking of the devil, he jumps up behind. So yeah, 4.7 for this. And how rad is that glass? Very, very elegant. And yeah, I love the fact that like the gold logo, like it sort of goes with the tan head. But yeah, if you like a big Russian Imperial type stout with like that real rich flavour, it's definitely a must try. It was a very limited release, though, this one, so you'd probably still be able to get it out there, but it'd be pretty tough. I It was actually a collaboration they did with Carwyn Cellars, my favourite bar in Melbourne. They organised an event with Mountain Culture where they had all their collabs with the different US breweries. And yeah, this was the final one for the day. So I got a few cans through them. And then I remember Mountain Culture had them for sale online as well. You didn't really see many of them get out to the shops because it was so limited. But yeah, I probably should have got more than 2 cans because I would have been able to. It would have been good to sit one up in the cupboard like cellar sort of thing. But anyway, so yeah, I might wrap this up. Show the old can off again. So yeah, Pistachio Creme Brulee Stout at 10.5. Mountain Culture out of the Blue Mountains in New South Wales. And Bottle Logic from Anaheim, California, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, thanks everyone for chiming in. And I will be around probably on Drewey's miscellaneous brew reviews. So go check that out. Cheers, peeps.